I'd like to dedicate this song to my, I guess, as of 4 hours and 28 minutes ago, my ex-boyfriend. Keep it slow, boys.
Uptown boy.
Whiskey neat and a Merlot.
Can't you just shoot her with an arrow and make her all better?
No bow, no arrow. Those are the rules. Making matches by hand now. Seems like menial work for a god, doesn't it?
You're not a god. You're my trusting brother's recently released mental health patient, roommate, and employee.
And that girl up there?
Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Oprah Super Team couldn't help that one.
Yeah, nothing sadder than a woman who's been dumped.
Yeah, she wasn't dumped. She dumped me.
What? What are you doing? Get over there. She obviously still loves you. She's waiting for you to wake up and make up your mind.
Yeah, she knows how I feel.
Women need a grand display, buddy. They want boomboxes and Peter Gabriel. You gotta proclaim your love.
Now?
No, wait patiently until she's done and then meander over all polite and passionless. That'll get her. Sack up, sonny boy. Be a man. Grand display. Go get that girl. Go!
Debbie!
Lance?
Debbie! I love you! But if you can tell me right here, and right now, that you don't love me, then I will be out of your life forever.
I don't love you, Lance.
Really?
Isn't it crazy? I'm this American girl at an animal rights rally, and he's this French guy whose family lobbies for the foie gras industry. And we meet, and it's like fireworks.
Again, my concern is the differences you're describing may ultimately be a problem.
I mentioned he was hot, right? In French?
Yes.
Opposites might attract, but it's commonality that unites. Now, I'm speaking about this on the radio tomorrow if anyone's interested, the Stephen Lolo Show.
You're so not getting this. Just listen.
I have such little time left in New York City, and after meeting you today, I would like to spend as much of it as I can with you.
Seriously? I have been waiting my whole life to get a message like this.
He's not French. Sorry, I just thought she should know.
What makes you think he's lying?
Linguistics is my area of expertise. I'm a dialect coach. Your suitor definitely grew up with a French-speaking parent in the home, but he's not a native to France. He's from the Ohio Valley.
That's quite a talent you have there. Can you tell me where I'm from?
Connecticut. Though I suspect you lived just south of Atlanta as a toddler.
Oh, my.
You want me to listen to this man speak, this Trevor, then tell you what I can about his origins?
Exactly. And I wish I could tell you more, but professional ethics.
Oh, I'd be happy to lend my skills. If you wouldn't mind returning the favor. Your belief in commonalities is one of the reasons I started coming to these sessions, but I'm still struggling to find that cerebral, reserved, cultured woman who shares my interests.
Well, what are your interests?
Crosswords, classic literature, Southeast Asian color block art. If I help you, can you help me?
Hello.
Mr. Pierce, please hold for Dr. McCrae. Dr. McCrae, you have Mr. Pierce.
Where are you?
T-shirt, jeans, and a smile. What do you wear?
That's not what I asked.
Yet it's what you wanted to know.
You were supposed to come to the singles group tonight.
I had to cover a shift at the bar tonight.
Dr. McCrae, you have another call.
I'm coming by your work tomorrow. I have forms for you to sign.
All right, I'm warning you. I'm just as handsome in the daytime. You're not really protecting yourself.
Goodbye, Trevor.
Here's Walter.
Walter, hi.
I'm standing right outside the bar. Did you determine whether he's working?
I just talked to him. He'll be tending bar all night. You can't miss him. Tall, dark hair, big brown eyes, kind of a dopey grin. Whatever his accent might tell you about his origins would be enormously helpful.
Hi.
I'll have a light beer, please.
Oh, yeah. That'll go down a treat, mate.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, would you like a little nosh and a gibbets with your cocktail bubble?
Mind if I do?
Right now, I'd ate the webbing off a low-flying duck. Don't tell my boss, though. Ixnay on the ebbing way. My boss, he had to call in sick on account of his boo. I'm like, damn, Poppy. I know I'm a wicked pisser. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh! Evening, governor.
I take it you know what I'm doing here? I can promise you Claire had only good intentions. I don't know the details of your situation, but I know it would make Claire happy if you were to allow me the chance to listen to you speak naturally.
Guntem Dieben Glauben Globen.
Here's my card, if you change your mind.
Crap. Backstreet Girl. Here on the floor in a bar bathroom. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine.
I just...
Need some air?
No.
Want to throw up?
I just love him so much.
Sister, today's your lucky day.
Hey! You might remember me from such embarrassing moments as last night around the toilet.
Vaguely. Yeah, drunk chick Tuesdays can get crazy in here.
I have exactly 1 ounce of pride left, and it's only because I didn't spew kamikaze all over you. I'm a masseuse. This is good for a freebie. I would put your name on it, but right now you're just that nice guy who carried me to the street and found a cab that would go all the way to freaking Queens.
I'm Trevor.
Debbie. Thanks, Trevor. Anytime you want a massage, call me. I mean it.
Wait. Thought you wanted help with the boyfriend.
I appreciate the weird offer, but the relationship is doomed.
It's not doomed.
No, I'm serious. There was this doctor on the Stephen Lola show this morning. It was like she was talking right to me. Opposites attract is a myth. She said so.
Oh, so I guess the Beatles were right. All you need is things in common?
I love Lance, but I don't really fit in his world. He's all Ivy League, high society. I give $15 neck massages in front of a Whole Foods.
I'm sorry. All I heard was dumb excuse, blah, blah, blah.
2 years and 2 months I dated Lance. Never met his family. Never met one single friend. Not one.
You two love each other. It's all that matters.
Oh, I think the part where he's ashamed of me matters too. But who can blame him? I mean, listen to me. I don't quite sound like the gal you take to the Met, do I?
You sound good to me.
Call when you want that massage. These hands are gifted.
Hello?
Hi, it's Trevor from last night. Listen, I think I will take you up on that offer. Anything I can do to help out my good friend Claire.
Well, that's wonderful.
Let me ask you something. How often do you work out?
Never.
Perfect. Meet me at Queensbridge Park.
Leda, where'd you go? You gotta get downstairs and relieve Trevor. Got a game to get to.
Oh, you'll never guess what I found in Trevor's bedroom.
Open your palm. They're teeth.
And I needed them in my hand. Why?
Trevor has a bag of teeth under his nightstand. A bag of teeth.
I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
Yeah, he killed his old roommates and kept their teeth.
That's where your mind goes.
Sorry, where's the bag of teeth happy place?
It's none of our business. Just put his teeth back.
I got it!
Sorry about that, buddy. You okay?
What's he saying? No blood, no infraction.
Words to live by.
It's the hard knocks.
A mid-master plan.
Master plan. You trying to match him up with a body cast?
Hi. Is Trevor working?
I've seen you before. You're Trevor's doctor, right?
I am. He's supposed to be here. I have some papers for him to sign.
Oh, well, he's out playing football. Do you have a second? I need some reassurance on something.
Do you know what he uses this for?
No clue. I put it back where I found it.
Boning up on his mythology, is he?
Brace yourself. It's pretty gross. What? Why am I the only one disturbed by this?
We have a patient at the hospital, a former dentist. He believes he's the tooth fairy.
Of course, I should have known.
They're not real teeth. He uses them as currency. I'm pretty sure that Trevor won them at a poker game. But this book is interesting. It's 3 years overdue.
That's what's interesting. Lunatics playing poker for teeth in the overdue library books. What's got you?
That's the title of the book. I want you to call Rainier State College, wherever that is, and see if they'll tell you who checked it out last. Hopefully, we'll at least find out Trevor's real name.
It's in Olympia.
What?
Rainier State College. It's in Olympia, Washington.
Hello?
Walter, hi, it's Claire. I just wanted to see how things went with Trevor.
He somehow knew I'd be showing up at the bar.
How would he know that?
No idea, but he put me through the ringer for a while. Then he called first thing this morning and set up a meeting, volunteered to let me evaluate him.
He did?
Oh, and he told me he thinks he's Cupid? Or rather, he told me he is Cupid.
He told you that? Wait, has he been trying to find you a date? Has he asked about your love life?
Not at all. How is my love life, by the way?
I have an idea on that front. The hospital is having a bachelor auction fundraiser, and normally I would never suggest this sort of thing. But the women participating are almost uniformly professionals, and you'd fetch top dollar, and it's for a good cause. Walter?
I'm all for good causes, Claire, but the only thing that terrifies me more than dying alone is being the center of attention.
Okay, well, forget I mentioned it. We will find that reserved, cerebral, cultured girl for you.
I should go. Someone's at the door. I'm coming.
Hey, are you Walter Blackstock?
Yes?
I'm Debbie. Trevor sent me. I'm here for your massage.
How was the massage?
He loved it. I told you. Magic.
Good, because Walter is the key piece of my master plan.
For...
You and Lance. Walter can help teach you how to fit in with Lance's world. So, how do you feel about a little service swap? Free massages for free elocution lessons.
It's an intriguing offer, given your friendly game of touch football has left me somewhat compromised.
And massage is very therapeutic. And you get the added bonus, you know, when you help reunite star-crossed lovers.
You take this Cupid thing seriously.
Plus, it'll give you and me more time to spend together. Maybe we can figure out what side of Mount Olympus I'm from. See? It's win-win-win.
In the cheerfully fiendish series, I hate whoever wrote this.
Debbie?
The artist used cotton balls dipped in pigmented acrylic, which he squashed on the canvas to approximate brushstrokes. Why didn't he just use a brush in the first place?
Perhaps you could pick something that you enjoy reading.
Don't mind if I do. Danilo Gallinari began his MBA career. Seriously? The Knicks take an Italian? This is why my father gave up on him.
There's an R in father. You say father, father, mother, other. You see?
That's what I sound like to you?
That's what you sound like to everybody.
I sound like a classless moron?
This is gonna be hard work, Debbie. You sure you want to do this?
I'm sure I don't. But if it means things can work out with me and Lance, I'm gonna do it anyway. What a to-do to die today at a minute or two to 2. Thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do. We'll beat a tattoo at 20 to 2. A rat-a-tat-tat, tat-a-tat-tat, tat-a-tat-two. A dragon sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block.
Drop the R, chop.
What a to-do to die today at a minute or two to 2. A thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do. We'll beat a tattoo at 20 to 2. A rat-a-tat-tat, tat-a-tat-tat. And the dragon will come when he hears the drum. At a minute or two to 2 today. At a minute or two to 2.
By Jove.
Don't say it. Trevor, I really owe you one. Walter is just like,
A godsend?
yeah. He's made a huge difference. Guess what I did?
What?
I called Lance.
No.
Hand to God, I pretended I was fundraising for public TV, offered him a tote bag. He had no idea it was me.
Oh, sounds like you're ready.
Not even close, but it was so good to hear his voice. He sounded lonely.
What does Walter say?
He had this idea we take the show on the road, get out in the real world. We're doing high tea at the Hyperion Hotel.
Ah, that's a great idea. Sounds like you're ready. Show me what you got.
Patrick Ewing Jr. is the people's choice. Jerome James, however, is Coach Mike D'Antoni's choice.
I'm dazzled.
Yeah, as long as I stick to sports. You think it'll work? You think Lance will be impressed?
He'd be a fool not to be. Oh, you know what? Can I borrow your cell? Local call. My battery's dead. Thanks.
So, Walter, anything to report?
I'm not getting obvious clues of origin in his dialect, but he set me up with an incredible masseuse.
My God, he's like an alley cat.
Dr. McCrae.
I'm sorry, Walter. Trevor has an odd obsession with throwing random people into relationships.
Oh, no, I meant professionally. Best massage I've ever had.
Oh, well, just let me know if you come up with anything new. Bye.
Okay, so I finally got a call back from the librarian at Rainier State College. Trevor's mythology book, it was checked out 3 years ago by an associate professor in the classics department named Anthony Russo, who, according to some gossip I finessed out of the librarian, left under a cloud. Rumors of sexual misconduct.
Where did he go?
No one knows. No one at Rainier has heard from Anthony Russo since he disappeared 3 years ago.
Of course, I acknowledge that you have an obligation to be discreet in the registrar's office. I understand that Mr. Russo's information is confidential, but this is something of an emergency. Okay, I will tell you. I'm carrying his child. Fine, I will give you my information, but I doubt he's going to contact me. That's kind of the point.
You sure we got the English menu? What's spec? Can I get fries with it? You think they'll supersize my spec value meal?
I can't hear you.
What, pray tell, is spec? Might it cause one to yak?
It's a fancy ham or salami. I find myself underwhelmed by the Philharmonic's upcoming season.
Personally, I am excited about Mahler's Fifth. Some may consider it platitudinous, yet the fourth movement adagio continues to surprise me.
Can I take your order?
I was considering the tuna tartare, but instead we'll have the Niçoise salad. The gentlemen will have the same.
Anything to start?
Yes. We will share a plate of assorted canapes.
Can I suggest some herb-crusted zucchini and maybe the lentil soup to go with those canapes?
I'm sorry?
I said something wrong, didn't I?
Miss, you're being extraordinarily rude for someone who's either ignorant of or chooses to ignore the definitional divide of can and may. Can you take our order? The answer, madam, is apparently not. Now, let's see if you can offer my friend an apology, or I may choose to speak with your manager.
Okay, I get it. I don't want an apology. I just want to get out of here.
Debbie, come back. You were doing great. She's a waitress, for crying out loud.
And I'm a masseuse, Walter.
I count, don't I? See? This is why you can't understand. You're one of them. You have no clue how hard this is.
I got a pretty good idea of what it's like, Deb.
You too, Brutus?
I'm not making fun of you. This is how I talked my first 18 years. I grew up in South Boston.
I will squish your head if you're lying to me.
I grew up smart in a part of town where smart got your ass kicked. I worked my butt off at school while the other guys were buying beer at the Packy. My first day at Harvard, my roommate asked me if I could fix a leaky sink. He figured I had to be a custodian.
What'd you do?
I fixed the sink. Then I decided I'd try to fit in. Change my life. I broke down the speech patterns of the rich kids, hardened my vowels, clipped my consonants. Before I knew it, I was one of them.
Okay, so I guess you do have a clue. And now that I know you're from Boston, there's one thing you have to know. The Red Sox suck.
Nation, Debbie, we're just living.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for you Red Sox
Your team of the
fans.
past.
Oh my God, there's Lance.
Which one?
The one waving me over. There, standing by the mime. Lance, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? I got your text. You said you wanted to meet today outside the Hyperion Hotel. Beside the mime.
I didn't send it. Trevor,
So, what's up?
I've been following the Knicks. I'm not sure D'Antoni is going to be able to get this lineup to play up tempo. And with no cap room, I'm afraid the rebuilding will be slow.
I'm sorry, did we go to Choate together?
I don't believe so. Perhaps we summered in Pennebunkport.
Where did this new voice come from? This is amazing.
Walter here has been giving me lessons. He's a dialect coach.
Lance Stillwell. Bravo.
She's a dedicated student.
Are these lessons for me? For us? Look, I was wrong not to ask you to my parents' anniversary party. Is it too late to ask you now?
Will they keep the riffraff out?
Of that, you can be quite certain.
Then, yes, I would love to go.
Okay, well, I have to get back to the office, but I'm so glad you got in touch, and I'm so impressed with what you've done. I'll call you later with all the details, okay?
Of course.
Okay.
you are a strange, strange man, Trevor. But I'm glad it was your bar I heaved in. And you were a munch! Oh my God. Anniversary party. Vanderfield Club. His parents. I have so much to do. I have to go. I have so much to do.
Bye.
Clearly, opposites attract. Now, I am basically a good guy, but I am always attracted to cruel women.
It's true. I'm loosey-goosey and wear primary colors, but totally got a thing for uptight women who dress in earth tones.
I'm not saying opposites don't attract. What I'm saying is that once the heat of that attraction cools, and it always does, that having opposing temperaments can be an impediment to a long-lasting relationship.
I have one more meeting with Trevor tomorrow. I should be finished with his report by tomorrow night.
Great. I'll swing by. And just so you know, I do have a few irons in the fire, but I haven't quite found the perfect match for you yet.
Excuse me. Trevor Pierce love line.
I'm trying to decide what to wear to Lance's party. I need elegance. All I have got is 1980s cheesy.
Yeah, you know, that's a little bit out of my area of expertise. But maybe I could work something out.
This is so nice of you, Dr. McCrae. Thanks for letting me over.
Sure. I'm glad we're the same size. This is ridiculous.
She gets a dress, you get a massage. It's win-win.
The bridge and tunnel girl with the Park Avenue guy, it can't work.
What do you think? It's nice, but I don't know. Walter would have a word for it.
I think the word would be, meh.
I like it, reserved, yet...
She's not doing his taxes. Next.
Now, if I'm to understand you, this Lance is the scion of a prominent banking family? You are leading this lamb to slaughter, Trevor.
The family will never know. We got that covered.
Of course they'll know.
I know what Walter would say about this.
Woof.
Prurient. He actually uses words like that in conversation.
That must be annoying.
Are you kidding? He's like my own word of the day calendar. I feel myself getting smarter whenever I'm around him.
I've been to the Vanderfield Club. That dress might be a bit much.
Show Claire what you and Walter have been working on.
Yeah, okay. The Jets' acquisition of Brett Favre can't simply be viewed in terms of wins and losses.
That is odd and amazing.
Walter's been a great help, hasn't he?
Walter is the best.
Something about those uptown boys?
Walter's not uptown. He's from South Boston. He's faking it just like me. He just has a 20-year head start. He's just...
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, after all this brouhaha, they finally figure out that there's two blondes in the town named Lily. You wrote down brouhaha.
It's a regional marker.
Because I was gonna go with kerfuffle.
So what happened to the brothers?
Come on. He's cutting you. I've heard that story 10 ways.
Don't be twisting hair, boyo. Don't write that down. Sit. Sit. Okay, look. I need to ask you a question. Debbie.
Is that a question?
Yeah. You see, I'm getting a vibe from her that she really digs you. And I need to know if you dig her back, because the clock is ticking, my friend. Okay, by tomorrow night, she just might be lost forever.
Aren't you trying to reunite Debbie with Lance?
No. I'm trying to unite Debbie with her true love.
Evening, boss. No word from Anthony Russo.
Josie, do you know Francine Myers works in records?
Runs a Scrabble League. Yeah, I met her at the wine thing.
Wine thing?
She hosts a tasting at this wine bar in Soho. Wouldn't exactly recommend it unless you're into museum gossip and talking about wine more than you drink it.
Do you know if she's single?
Debbie.
Because nothing says thank you like the phonetic alphabet on cupcakes. Here. Yeah. I might have eaten the E with the umlaut.
To hard work paying off.
To finding more than just my voice.
You know, Debbie, the truth is, I've really enjoyed our time together.
Yeah. What a challenge, right?
Yes. No, well, what I mean is I'm not quite sure how to say this.
Say what, Walter?
Hey, I just swung by to pick up that report. Is it ready?
Oh, yes. Come in.
Hey, Claire.
Oh, I'm not interrupting a lesson, am I?
Here you are, Claire. Truly a fascinating case.
Oh, I can't wait. And to show you what I have been working on, too. I have found the ideal woman for you. She is everything you said you wanted. Cerebral, reserved, cultured.
I should be going. Big debut tomorrow. Best of luck with the girl. She sounds perfect. Huh?
My best guess is he's an army brat. He's traveled all over the world. That's what made him such a time-consuming case. He uses idioms and expressions that I've quite literally never heard out of the mouth of an American.
Sounds like half the guys in New York to me.
Yeah, but he's a mimic. You could drop him in Georgia, come back a week later, he'd sound like Boss Hogg.
Wait. An army brat. What about the son of missionaries?
Yeah, that would make sense. Why?
We had a lead on Trevor's real name, Anthony Russo. I had my assistant do a Google search. There were hundreds. And one of those mentions a story about missionaries in Africa. An older couple, and they mention a son, Anthony. I think we found our Cupid.
Well, Dr. Claire McCrae, as I live and breathe. What's your poison?
I'm not here to drink, Trevor.
I get it. Looking for Mr. Goodbar? See Johnson over there? I hear he has a real I Dream of Jeannie fetish. Now, there's this costume shop.
I've got a story I want to share with you. A love story.
Oh, my favorite kind.
The story's about a scholar, a university professor. Let's give him a name. Say, Anthony Russo. Russo falls in love with one of his students.
Old story.
He falls madly in love with her. She reciprocates, but the semester ends. For her, it was just a passing fling. And for him, it was much more.
Like I said, old story.
But it doesn't end there. He can't stop thinking about her. He stalks her. He leaves drunken messages on her machine. She reports him to the university. He resigns in disgrace. He snaps. He has to get as far away from her as possible, but he's got no family support. For sake of argument, his parents are living in Africa. Russo changes his identity, moves across the country. Eventually, he can't even remember who he is. He tells people he's the god of love.
Okay. Not bad. But I got a better one for you. Let's take your professor. This time, let's make Russo a real asshound, always seducing the co-eds. Then, unexpectedly, he falls for one of his peers, another professor. Head over heels, this morally bankrupt man finally finds someone who turns him into the man he was supposed to be. Then some jealous co-ed who he threw away the year before makes it her mission to spoil his happiness. Tells the new woman all about the girls he's seduced. No, professors love her, can't take it. Wants to escape, to sleep until it doesn't hurt anymore. Figures more pills she takes, the longer she'll sleep. Well, our Prince Charming finds her in bed. But no matter how many times he kisses her, she won't wake up. I'm not sure about your ending either. It's a tad hackneyed. Instead of the insanity bit, let's say he travels from village to village wrestling gorgons for sacks of gold.
Someone hurt you very badly, Anthony.
The name's Cupid. And you know, I know you don't believe me, but give Walter another 24 hours, he'll be a believer.
Walter? Trevor, I found someone who I think will be a good match for Walter. He came to me for help, so I will ask you not to interfere.
You got someone for him? I don't believe it.
I most certainly do.
Who? Quick. No time to think.
Her name is Francine Meyer. She works at the hospital, and they're having lunch together tomorrow at Ostuni. You're not the only one who can set people up. I've got a real knack for this.
Waiter, keep them coming. Where was I?
You were telling me about your former lovers.
That's right. Who was I on?
Donald.
Oh, Donald. My big what if? Donald.
Claire indicated you're a Scrabble player.
What if? What if I had stepped up that night? He was my one true love, but I let him go. Thought I'd get another shot. And now, well, just look at me. Look at me!
Check.
Wait. Before I ride shotgun on the stagecoach to Crazy, tell me again why you need the night off.
Any minute now, a desperate man's gonna come in here and need my help.
This man is gonna walk through that door in my bar, and he's gonna ask you for help doing Cupid stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I can go most days without the fact that I plucked you out of a mental institution entering my mind. And then...
Trevor! I need your help. It's about Debbie.
Unbelievable. Yeah, sure, go.
What are you, about a 40 regular?
Yeah, that's right.
Here you go.
What's this?
That's how you're getting Debbie back.
Tell me the truth. When you came up with this plan, you were watching Scooby-Doo.
We're in, aren't we? You could have stated your case last night, but you didn't listen to me. Grab a tray of hors d'oeuvres. Let's go.
Thank you.
Oh, my. You look beautiful.
Why, Mr. Stillwell, you do flatter.
You're empty. Get back to the kitchen and load up.
I am sure St. Petersburg is wonderful this time of year, though I confess, I've only been there for spring break.
Well, what sort of work do you do? She's in, healthcare.
Yeah, okay, so maybe I'm thinking I wasn't so clear earlier. Remember that best man scenario I was talking about? You're the best man. Now get over there. Debbie deserves to be loved for who she is, not for who she's trying to be.
Mother, father, allow me to introduce you to Deborah Stein.
Mr. and Mrs. Stillwell, it's my pleasure. Lance has said such wonderful things about you.
Stein. Is that Jewish?
Of course not, Mother. It's German. But anyway, her last name is irrelevant because it's my hope that if she'll have me, her last name will soon be Stillwell.
They've been having so much trouble with the help here lately.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be here. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yo! Is that all you got? One little tray dump and you turning tail? Let's see your A game, boy. Man up.
Deborah?
Here's the thing. There's not a thing I'd change about you.
Really? Nothing? Because I ain't cultured, you know, or reserved, clearly, or cerebral. You think you can put up with a woman like that?
You had me at yo.
My name is Debbie. I'm a masseuse, and I met your son on a booze cruise down at Club Med.
Francine, I wanted to ask how your date went with my friend Walter. It didn't. He called and left a message canceling. It's too bad. He sounds like a sweet guy. I just saw Francine.
Dr. McCrae, you have a visitor.
Hi. I hear you're having my baby. I have to say, I think I would remember the conception.
You're Anthony Russo?
Please, my friends call me Tony.
Classics Department Associate Professor Anthony Russo relocated to Manhattan after being forced out of Rainier State. He sold most of his books at a used bookstore in the village. I suppose that's how Trevor came into possession of the mythology text in his room. While I'm back to square one in my search for Trevor's true identity, he remains focused on his quest.
I was searching on a one-way street. I was hoping for a chance to meet. I was waiting for the operator.
Isn't that sad drunk chick?
All blissful and paired up like an arc animal. How'd that happen?
No, don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta get back to you. Gotta slow down, sweet talking woman. You got me running.
Run. Who do I have to psychoanalyze around here to get a drink? So I guess I know why you were so anxious to get me down here. You wanted to gloat.
What do you think, huh?
Weren't you matching Debbie with the scion of a prominent local family? Gee, really bungled this one.
Conditions on the ground changed. I had to wing it.
Barkeep, where's that free beer?
Coming right up. Shirley, one of the regulars here. Teaches an improv class over at Yuck It Ups. Thinking about signing up, expand my horizons.
Nothing like self-betterment.
Gotta get back to you. Gotta slow down.
Things seem to be going pretty well.
Yeah. Walter followed my advice.
Your advice?
Yeah. Ain't trusted his gut. Didn't hold out for Miss Things in Common.
That's exactly what he did do.
You kidding? Name one thing those two have in common.
Working class background.
Name two things.
They remade themselves to improve their social economic standing. Look, you made the introduction. Give yourself credit for that.
Oh, trust me, I am.
Sweet talking lover. So sad if that's the way